Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? For this squad, they've been so good, both during this, these last few days and the last time we saw them here. I was wondering if anyone was going to peek in on the back of it, but he's just holding that for the push. He's waiting. And so if Big go into this B bomb site, Kenny, he's got to do a lot to try and stay alive in this situation.
Oh, he tags Smooth. I think it was a dink through the coffin there. Puts him on 25. And oh, nice shot from Kenny. This is great work now as well. Considering the fact that he is solo B, he's found a pick and he's been able to stay alive at the back of the site. That buys time for a rotation. And with a kit, G2 can play retake. Great shot again. Kenny just laying down the pain here into that B site. 5-on-3 as Big get control of it, and the bomb can be planted, but past that, really, what can Big do here?
Well, they've got to try and hold on. First, you have to get past Kenny here if you're next. And you're not going to be able to win that duel. Kenny's on for the ace. What a pissed around this has been from him. And obviously, it's going to get snatched away at the very end by Nexa. Kenny doing the bulk of the damage to Smooya earlier on in the round. That was like a penny on that B-bomb.
Let's see his ADR after that one, right? That's not going to stay in his hands too much longer. Ridiculous shots as well. Man, just really patient stuff.
This is perfect for G2, right?
Take the credit, Harry.
Yeah,
run
I'll
with
take it. I'll run with it. Just like Big are running up through mid in this round. They're running, they're gunning, and they're getting into this A-bomb site.
Yeah, SMGs as well with his second round force by. Jax has found a kill, but Kenny is so blind on the site, and they'll be able to overwhelm him. That smoke covering a player from pit, but there's no one here for G2. They're up in the apartment. Both these CTs having to play retake once again. This time, it could get a little bit more messy. Nexa being caught in the smoke. He takes a kill onto Nex, trading his teammate. 3-on-3. No kit currently picked up for G2. They should have one on the ground somewhere, but that's going to have to be picked up soon. tabseN on the wrap. Hunter's holding for it, and now the advantage back in the hands of G2. Not for long, though. Smooya making things interesting up on long. That bomb open, and Xantares is yet to be spotted inside of the site. G2 running out of time, and still no kit. That's going to be gone from the round at this point, and the round might be gone as well. Jax with another, but 10 HP, and Smooya's molly the bomb. That's a done deal. G2 have to get out of the site, and I don't think Smooya wants to let this gun get away, but he might not have the opportunity. It's still around for Big regardless, and the gun is lost to the bomb. G2 are going to be kicking themselves after that one.
So good. But Kenny now, with this AWP, going to get tested. We wanted to see something from him. He's got Hunter playing the bait and switch. The bait is in, but the trade comes through next. Able to deal with him. Man advantage maintained thanks to kennyS, who now just falls back into this A side of the map. G2, they've already rotated heavily. 2 players sat in CT right now. Amanek holding the cross down. He'll get peeked into by Tizian. Nexa,
oh no,
not quite able to overcome Nex, and he's dropped the A as he heads towards the B bomb site.
That's an awkward one for G2. I love this setup over on long where they realize that Big have just been going for these fast Mach 10 rounds, but actually double setup into the CT spawn. It may surprise Big, but they're able to trade their way to a bomb plant. Retake again with no kit for G2. This is a very difficult round. They've got to keep the pace up as Kenny sits on this AWP. Going to be lining up the nade for back of Dark, but both players sitting coffin side, and that won't be expected by G2. Big have delayed this long enough. Bomb half ticked. Surely there's just no way G2 can win this if a kill doesn't present itself soon. Next is going to get flashed in. Kenny's off the angle, and with that, G2 have got to call the save. It's a 4th round for Big on the T side, and this fast pace is again crediting them well. G2, they may have had that early advantage, but Big absolutely not fearful behind that long smoke. Going to go right through it and pick up a 4th round.
And I'm just loving the aggression from Big. You really are giving G2 a taste of their own medicine, right? That's something that they were able to do yesterday to devastating effect, especially... That's the thing, G2 just haven't seen anything all round long. They made the decision to stack 3 players here to B, and that's the right one to make. 2 players trapped in oranges. This is anything but usual, and they will get spotted. Xantares deals with 1, and it's next to the full, but they know that Amanek is here as well, and they'll catch him in the middle of the bomb site. Bomb can now get planted for Big. Jax hasn't even begun rotating yet, and so as a result, this has got to be a save. Hunter gets found there through the smoke, rotating in through CT. Very unfortunate for him. But this should be the round, really. 10 seconds. They've got to get this bomb down next. Come on, bud.
He just wants cover. No one's in the site, and they hadn't crossed CT yet. He's just trying to flash them. Have they just thrown the round?
They just missed it. And there we go.
Okay.
10 out of 10. Really?
You love to see that.
You love to see that.
They were so worried about rebuild side play, and they might just get aggressive here with the AWP. One of them holding. Smoothie's going to get caught, though, and Kenny, great shot with the AWP. Looking for a little bit more, and he's got it as well. Both the AWPs down for Big. One's been picked back up, but Nex is going to drop Kenny down a size, rather. 4 on 3. Big still with his low HP player, and flash through long. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, they've even moved into this double AWP T side in the 3-on-4. Tizian picking up Smooyers, I think it was, just because he's low HP. Next, retrieving another. So not conventional and usually not ideal. I'm curious if Big are going to be able to use these to create some space. Yeah, that is the one thing that they've got going their way. G2 are going to try and assemble this boost up over the top of it. And with players being tagged down low, Amanek, he could stand to do a hell of a lot from up here. Does get the first man. That bomb plant's got to come in.
No, Harry.
Get the bomb down. There we go. Tizian's putting in the numbers. Nex helps out. Nexa. Woo! There they both go. He gets them. He gets both kills inside. You understand why he goes through. There's so little time left on that bomb. He knows those players inside of the B bomb site are more than paranoid after that last round. And so he catches them as they get the plant in and finds both kills there with the MP9.
Yeah, Kenny with great form as well to start off this series on the moving up mid fast, take this fight, and Hunter getting caught, throwing a Molotov. Great work from Smooya, tagged by the fire, but worth it as he pulls the advantage in the favor of Big. 5 on 4 as G2 set up with a solo man on B, but that's going to force these rotates to come back through, and they're still stuck in CT spawn. Again, this long smoke coming down, this time not with a gap, so nice change from Big. Tizian just flashing through, but he's going to try and take Archway as they set up for a B split. There is a man there, Amanek, all keeping close, and Nex has actually gone through the smoke as it fades. Tizian getting caught off after shooting and giving away his position, and Kenny, now he's been ascertained as well. He's got to give up B, trying to fight from the coffins. They don't have a smoke towards that spot, and he's also getting wrapped from Xantares. Smooya even hitting a shot down to 1 HP for Kenny, and he needs to try and follow up, but this flank finally coming through at the perfect time. If Xantares was there a second earlier, he likely dies to that AWP, but instead Big get a bomb plant and a 4 on 2 to pick up their 6th round. G2 not even interested.
Yeah, so there it is, the immediate recovery from Big, right? The second they're back in with a full buy, they've got everything they need. They get around back on the board and are now looking to get back into the swing of things. I am still loving, you know, like Big, you think about it, this squad, always loved a bit of Inferno. It was the map that was kind of their claim to fame back at the PGL Major Krakow, right? So you remember there, teams kept letting them pick into it, and that was one of the reasons that they went on such a deep run at that tournament, was just how good they were looking here. Obviously, times
again, G2 don't have the numbers here. It's a huge risky rotation, and again, it might come back to bite them.
Molotov, Amanek not forced out of position from it, and he keeps spraying through. They still haven't. Oh, now he is getting burnt. He is getting tagged up.
Finally.
And Smooya dealing with Kenny on that rotation. That is a monstrous kill to have come in. G2 3v4 for this retake. They don't know it, but it's only a 3-on-3 inside of the site. There's still Nex hanging around in top mid, and you can already see G2, they've written this one off. They're not going to go for it. They want to try and stay alive. It does feel like in a G2, they keep going for these rotations between either site, and it just feels like Big a one step ahead. They're constantly walking into the most barren of the two.
Yeah, I wonder if it's reads or just gambles here for G2, right? Because a lot of this is scary. You know, Kenny fighting with the AWP and then getting spotted and then rotating makes a lot of sense, because you want to adjust that AWP's position. You want to keep Big guessing. You know, Big might see the AWP on B and go, screw it, I don't want to go near Kenny, let's go back towards A. But typically when you see that AWP adjustment on Inferno, you'll see them swap with the long player and trade positions, meaning you still have 2 players on B. They gamble on the A short setup with 3 players there in this round. And yeah, like you say, Big just take B. Amanek, he gets 1 kill. Maybe if that spray found the second, he did dink someone.
Hang on, that's kind of BS. That Molotov kills
Harry, Molotov's RBS. Welcome to Counter-Strike. Are you new?
I know. So smoke going down to hold for a potential B split. And that could come through with Xantares still down at the bottom of the banana. And now the bomb getting in through CT. It will be the B play. G2, they had that stack at the A side of the map, and Big have just soared right past it. Amanek now the last hope to try and buy time, and that's a flick and a half there to find tabseN. Oh, Amanek, another one! 3 kills now over at the B bomb site, and Smooya, he's gonna feed the beast as well. Amanek is huge right now. 4 kills and he's on for the ace. Tizian left alone, has to try and succeed where his teammates have failed. Up through banana he goes. Molotov into the sandbags. No one there, but he at least knows that top B's secured, but it's not enough to get past Amanek. He'll get the ace.
First player, he could have died immediately as a man came around coffins with the bomb. tabseN, what a ridiculous opening kill as well. And that looked like it was lost from G2. They had no kits. If Amanek doesn't delay the plant there and it gets put down on the site, Big probably win it due to time once again. Massive work here, being the man who's likely going to get traded. He's got the bomb though, he might be able to get a kill. Flash is good, Nex is blind, gun's been dropped, but Nex is going to drop 2 more. Will eventually fall to his counterpart as Amanek sits in on the coffins. There is a smoke on Nex to get this down, but Smooya's making a lot of noise. And Kenny has come in through the spawn, nice shot, gets a tag. Smooya hit as well by the AWP, and Big are getting lit up here, but they're still going to take a kill. And Tizian's off angle finds another. Kenny with a trade, and Nex is keeping this round alive. He's been keeping this entire T side alive right now with 17 kills to his name. It's going to be down to Jax in a 1-on-2 for the half.
Silent on his creep in from CT. They don't know where he is. 1 player in Emo, 1 on coffins. Jax gonna spot Nex. And now a 9 HP Smooya left to be. That bomb is planted on coffins. It's a banana plant. So whether or not he's ready for Smooya over in ruins, we'll have to wait and see. He's got a flash. He seems ready. Smooya only going to get the tag. Oh no. Ah, the nade misses. It gets caught on the coffins. And as a result, Jax, there's just enough time left to grab that defuse. A 7 to 8 half salvaged by G2. Will their T side...
Xantares, he got caught in the open. Kenny's going to take him down, but the grenade will work wonders here for Big, keeping it in a 4-on-4. Still have the utility up for G2 though, that's what's important, and no kit for Big. tabseN's going to get flashed back in, getting aggressive here. Jax is closer and he dodges the flash. And 1 coming in for G2, great teamwork here as Jax gets an opener. Tizian needs a frag on the defense, he's so good with his USP, but he's getting hounded down. The smoke won't buy him enough time as Jax spams through it. And Tizian dead means G2 have a bomb plant. They haven't even had to use their utility, Harry, and now they have 2 smokes and a Molotov for the post plant. No kit for Big. This is almost undoable at this point, but Smooya wants to give it his all. Quick shot onto Jax. And G2 cowering at the back of the site, not giving anything away.
And with no kills being given over, this becomes the nigh-on impossible round for Big to find. That bomb is also planted for banana. They spot one of these players at Emo, but not the other. And that's the head of Smooya gone. Amanek double peeking into this one. And he'll get both, you recall. Big were able to immediately steal it back with a force buy of their own. Whether or not that's going to happen on the CT side, though, we're going to have to wait and see. I feel like, you know, there's just a good a chance of them taking the eco, giving up the lead, and then getting a fall buy.
Big with a bolstered defense, and Smooya rotating off at an unfortunate time as G2 set up utility to commit towards A.
tabseN. Oh dear. Oh, he's like, yeah, there's something fishy. What? He keeps going through. Okay, a little bit confident maybe, because Amanek's now found 2 on the back of it. They take him out advantage, albeit briefly, and now it's back in favor of the G2 squad. Top mid control secured, and G2, they might look for that killing blow here and now in towards the A side of the map. Xantares has Tizian over in Graveyard. Xantares can draw the attention in, and Tizian was meant to go for the kill, but instead they both get cut down, and it's Smooya left alone, rotating in from B. He's got that AWP in a 1v2,
finding 11 with 4 alive, just about. Into the next round. G2, considerable lead now in this T side. Things are getting scary for Big. They're going to have to take a half buy and give away 12 while they wait for that economy to kick back in.
This A side play comes in. Long looks to get taken from G2. This could be damaging as they do now deal with Nex. Will they anticipate tabseN hidden in the cubby?
Oh, Jax. Oh, no, he hasn't checked it. tabseN's playing the trigger discipline. Oh, Dink gets back for the frag, but at this point, he's realized that middle is clear and Big won't rotate off of B. G2 are going right into the stack with 20 seconds, and there's 2 players here. Boost up for Xantares. Smoke to cut off Smooya, but Xantares can still find damage from this position. This bomb needs to hurry up right here, right now. 15 seconds. Smooya with an opportunity, but a missed shot, and he runs right back through the Molotov. Xantares lining up too, and even though the trade is here, Amanek needs to stick this bomb. The smoke not working out on the top of the Molotov. Smooya going to go through it, but it doesn't matter that he dies. This round is done, and Big have picked it up. 9 on the CT side. Orp, we don't know if it just got saved. I think he might have got it in just the last second, but regardless.
Quad B set up from Big in this round. Oh my word, this is chaos. Nexa fully blind. Xantares brought down to inches of his life. Big gonna start to rotate these players away from B, and that's stellar. They get the man advantage. G2 are stopped in their tracks. There's no chance to trade that. No way to capitalize with a fast A play. Because as far as they know, they only saw 2 players at this B side of the map. The one who threw the flash, and Xantares who got the kill. So Big now sitting a man up in the opening segments of this round.
Just about. I mean, Xantares on 2 HP, and he's bottom banana right now. Talk about a commitment here. There is a re-smoke on tabseN to get him out of position eventually. But the question is, does he even take that moment, or does he stick to the box? Trying to weasel his way to maybe a free kill on an unchecked position with this low health. Tizian's been boosted on long to spot, and he sees nothing in middle either. G2 are coming back towards B. Ooh, the spam, the Molotovs, it could all end his life so quickly, but it's tabseN to go down through the smoke, and now Xantares, 2 HP, calling for help, calling for rotations. They won't check the corner. He gets 2 frags with 2 points of health, and G2, while they get the trade, the rotations are already in. Big already have players on this site. Next, getting ready to swing, and he's found some damage, but Hunter's going to drop his life. Tizian on the boost. They won't check it once again. This position continuing to pay off for Big. It's Kenny in the clutch. He's got the bomb. He's going to fake it out once, but not enough time to go for that again. Almost hitting the shot through the smoke, and now he's just got to stick it. Smooya can take him down, and that will be the round for Big. 10-12. They come alive right at the most important point in economy. Big find back-to-back rounds.
Xantares really coming into his own.
To the likes of Xantares and Nex, of course. Ooh, these mollies at B keep tabseN trapped with Xantares, but they're going to smoke it off and try and stay alive. Ooh, playing with fire here, playing with smoke, spamming it, not connecting though, and Big with the opportunity to back up now if they want, but Xantares clearly committing to play anti-flash here as tabseN baits them in. Smoke fading though, and tabseN's just going to take a dry fight, but the trade is in. Xantares going back for more, and finally they'll be able to deal with him. Right. Smooya's still here though.
Gatekeeper of B is dead, and now you've just got to get past his minions, and they'll dispatch them pretty quickly indeed. Tizian trickling into middle, but he's not ready for Jax. Hidden down beneath that balcony, really is no Romeo. He just cuts him right down, and it is now Nex.
But Nex has got his eyes trained.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like Nex, once that bomb goes off, you know, you got like 5-6 seconds till the round ends. So, and you finally beat the beast at B.
Yeah, great trade work from G2, right? They lose a couple of players down banana, but they all
this fight, all these rounds that they've put up can be for nothing. They will have nothing to work with in this following round. Up against 14-12, so finding the man advantage there, pivotal for Big, as now they sit 5-on-4 up in the opening 30 seconds of this one.
Smart decision to back off from tabseN. It looked like he wanted to take that fight with the bottom B smoker and kill the player tucked in the corner, but if he goes down there, that just gives away an advantage. So he smokes, he falls back, and he gets boosted up into CT. This has been a great position for Big all half long. They found multiple kills from that CT boost. So if G2 go back towards B, they need to be aware of it this time because it's caught them off once too many. Smooya waiting for Jax. And this is, you know, this is a must-have kill for Smooya if Jax does take the fight. But Flash is to be expected with G2 grouping up in middle. That makes this a little bit harder. G2 just going for the full execute. They've done this before. Plenty of smokes towards A. Amanek still trying to sell that B fake with grenades, and it's actually forced to rotate. Next has gone back towards B, and that gives a chance for G2 with 35 seconds walking into the more unstacked site of the two.
You know, if you're G2, you've been conditioning big all half long for these B plays. That's pretty much all you've been running, with mixed results as well. And so here, into this all-important round where Big have no money in the next, they've tried to play the mind game, and now they hit this A side of the map. Tizian gets removed. It's all on the shoulders of Smooya to try and keep the dream alive. Tapson dropped in library, Smooya followed up onto, and this one is done. G2, they'll get a 14th round. These weapons try...
Fine, but what it does leave Smooya open to is getting peeked from Graveyard. And if you're in pit and you're getting peeked from Graveyard, like top Graveyard, that's such a horrible fight.
Smooya for that one there. That said, I still think it's pretty apparent that he's struggling a bit right now, right? We haven't really seen this AWP have too much impact. Do you think back to yesterday, especially, I think it was that nuke game where he was just the thing that set Big apart, you know, dropping something like...
Being alive, rather, can keep Big in that round. But now, they're a man down, Harry, up against 14. You called it. The money is gone. They've forced up. They put everything they can into this one. And G2, they're not playing a slow round. They're not waiting out the time. They are just fast-paced taking this A short control.
Yeah, we've seen them do this a few times where they flash over from mid, they get Jax out from the apartments, and he just challenges short. And you can see what that's done. It's divided this site. Smooya trying to make a stand, but he's traded almost immediately. Xantares 1v3.
Got to save.
And it's a horrid call to have to make, right? You give up map point on your map pick. Actually, they are going to play a painfully slow default. They're not going to give any kills the way of Big. They don't want to be giving up those rifles early. They don't want to try and show up.
G2 are so good at controlling the pace like that. We saw that in that game versus play here in round number 28, or if they want to keep up this pace. Nades up Banana. Amanek is sectioned off here. He might call for some flashbangs to keep him in position, but a smoke has to be used instead to extinguish the Molotovs. Flash up, and Xantares is fighting. He gets away with the spray, and look at the damage. Not just one kill, but putting Nexa down to 27, and that grenade even going to find a little bit more. Jax on 46. It actually would have killed Nexa if it landed in the logs like it was intended to, but it bounced off. So Nexa...
An easier victory. If they lose this one, then it does become a grind to try and close it out. You don't have many rounds to grind through. No one wants to be the next player to fall for G2, and so they will just play this one, so safely. Still stacked up here on B. You can see Big, though, getting curious up in top mid, and Smooya, he's got the information that there's no one here. These rotations can come in. Xantares has just got to buy a little bit of time, and he's been so good at that. The timekeeper, they finally shut him down, and now Hunter and Kenny, they've pulled it back. From what was a 2-on-4 down to a 2v2 in a matter of seconds. Are they ready for Smooya, who has seen the head of Hunter Kenny emerging to protect his teammate? The Hunter becomes the hunted, and Smooya's removed. Tizian now alone. And he knows that both players have crossed over towards Ruins, but they could just buddy system this. They can just play for time. Surely there is not a world in which Tizian gets this one done. And there is not. G2, they will take Big's map pick. They close it out with a dominant T side. And what a victory from them. Stellar stuff across the board. It took a bit of time to warm into it, but once they got the ball rolling, it could not be stopped. Join us for the second map to see exactly how far this series goes. Yeah, at the end of the day, someone has to lose.
Yeah.
And
usually it's you.
Yeah, well, for the first time ever, we're the winners, solely the winners, Hugo. We get to watch this game of CS that's about to unfold out with the rifles. So here's the play from G2. They smoke off Catwalk. They love a Catwalk to A push. So I'm imagining that's what we're going to see here in this pistol round, especially with all these players still grouped up in top mid and long doors. One thing to note, they've only got one smoke left, so that's not actually enough to fully smoke the cross. Might not be needed, though, because alternatively, you can use that smoke to get you out from short. You can drop that on the Catwalk and let that propel you into this bomb site.
Yeah, it depends where the bomb is going, really, doesn't it? As it gets grouped towards long. Xantares with his Fable P2K, one of the few pros to still use that, and unfortunately for him, it will net nothing. Tizian going to go back in after the flash, and he will get his head ripped clean off. That was Jax who got a kill from short earlier. He doubled back to go with the bomb, getting a security escort up to this A site. That one smoke on the cross is actually going to go towards CT, cutting off Nex as he takes a single kill. But at this point, Harry, a 1-on-4 bomb planted for G2. This is a done round. It's all about making your stats look nice. And next, hey, he was the top performer back on Inferno for Big. But at this point, it's yeah, it doesn't really matter. We are in a whole new map, and everything is different. This time, G2 are going to take...
And I think one of the reasons that this double AWP between Kenny and Amanek works so well on this map is Kenny, right? He kind of plays like the kind of like swing role, like he's constantly in movement, he's constantly moving around, whereas
I like this way of safely taking shore rather than walking down mid and potentially getting pushed by a fast cat. That is a far more effective way of doing it. But tabseN finding first blood in this round, dropping Jax in middle. He's going to get flashed back in, but G2 have conceded this position.
So they will have to play reactively to this A-side take, but they've already got 3 players here. Xantares down in the pit, double dinked by the MAC-10, immediately saved by that head armor, but things are heating up down in the pit, and it's too hot for Xantares. Smooya desperately trying to keep this A-site alive, but he's cancelled out by Hunter up on the catwalk. And now next, and Tizian, desperate to save the day, but no one is getting by Hunter. Bomb plant comes in once again in the closing few seconds of the round. And now Tizian asked to clutch. Can he manage anything here? Hunter tucked in on Goose. And we're already seeing that. He's really coming into his own. So if a few more players step up and you have Hunter dropping crazy numbers.
And Nexus has been given a lot of control, but big R triple setup on B, expecting this mid to be play, and they have the numbers to hold it down.
Oh, Nex holding close. That flashbang that gets thrown on over.
Uh-oh.
Catches him looking away, and now tabseN pressured as well. Will they be ready for Tizian over in tunnels? It doesn't matter because they find him almost immediately. Jax certainly is. He's posted up on the angle. And Xantares and Smooya, you're kind of feeling bad for them. It feels like in a lot of these rounds, they've hardly even got to play into it.
So good on this entry roll. And Big, they have nothing to stop this hunt. They've just got to try and hide behind the smokes, but almost a second. Smooya might just get away, and that's so important for Big. So will die, but at least the AWP is held onto. If you want one gun in an eco round, it's always going to be that AWP. You can just juggle it around players. It doesn't matter if they have armor or not. You can play it anyway. You can move.
Out there is how they can try and negate this mid control, because look at this. Kenny is already in mid, admittedly going to miss that shot, so actually it gives away the advantage to Big.
That definitely is a saving grace for Big that they, to be honest, really shouldn't have had. Kenny just not expecting a player so close. But really, at this point, you will take what you can get if you're Big. Wanting this first round. And they might just get it. tabseN's found another frag in middle. Jax has gone through with no flashbang. And G2 losing numbers by the second. Xantares even taking a foothold along. Ballsy call to make with a 5-on-3, but he's not going to overstep the mark. He's just going to hide inside the doors. tabseN's been so good in middle, back on that angle with his 3rd kill. Flash going out this time. Hunter going to re-peek, and tabseN jumping up, caught in the air. He can't get an accurate shot, and Hunter does get that trade. But at this point, Xantares knows both players are mid, so he can activate this long flank. And G2, while they don't know it, they are getting hunted. Amanek just missing the timing, but Xantares, does he know they're up catwalk? It could be mid, it could be cat, but now the flash is coming through, and it's all clear.
If he can just buy a few seconds for this, there we go. Kill onto Hunter, and there's the re-peek from Xantares. Big. They finally get their first CT side round on the board. It takes some real heroics from
Can get rid of anyone here with a Molotov or a well-timed flashbang. That grenade is great from Nex. Puts 2 players low. Smooya stuck, he's committed. He has to fight to the death, but he tries to escape, and Jax will not let him getting that kill. Tizian reaggressing in B, but he doesn't want to overcommit because Amanek is holding this with a Krieg. Surely has that frag if Tizian goes one step further. G2, though, they have an advantage, and that can always tempt you into pushing on the CT side. So tabseN and Tizian playing the trade game, and they might have found the timing. Amanek's moved off the angle at the worst of times, and Tizian making this back into a 4-on-4.
That's his first kill of the game as well. A critical one to find. Nex now on the ramp, and he'll cut down this attempted A play. It's only Nexa left. 15 seconds. There's just not enough time. No matter how fast this man is, there is no way back into this round. It will be a second on the board for Big. They're not going to give anything up to Nexa, and he doesn't want to go down after time either, so he's just got to tuck himself in here and try and hold on to the AK. Up for the CT side, and now they've got that buffer. They can start to breathe a bit of a sigh of relief now.
A huge play from Nex as well, right? He was the guy we were talking about back on Inferno with Hunter. Ooh, he messed up the jump. He got stuck in the air and hit the door. tabseN's able to kill him in time. Grenade to follow. And tabseN tucked it an off angle. Jax is actually up catwalk because Big went for a double long setup and they have no one on the A site. So Xantares getting caught by the flashbang. Great utility once again from G2. Jax going to try and get around this corner, but tabseN's already backed off of long. Kenny with the trade again, and now that's A open for business.
And lucky enough for G2, both of these smokes right now find themselves over on the long side of the map. Kenny's going to make noise falling back and gets the man advantage in the pocket of G2. Still a minute and 5 seconds left. They don't have to commit, and Kenny continuing to hold the line down in middle. Smooya has gotten out through those doors. Kenny, I don't know if he's ready for that. Smooya even sees the players crossing back over and T-spotted.
Nice.
Oh, Amanek bit over Zealous there to go for that peek. Smooya shuts him down. Kenny versus Smooya. Clash of the Titans. And of course, no one's more Titan than Kenny. He'll shut down Smooya. Now it's Nex alone in the 1v2. And a big clutch still to find. Kenny caught crossing out from the tunnels. Nex gets on down into mid. Nex is, oh my God, it's Nex on Nex. Double trouble. Yeah. And the B bomb site is not where it ends up. Surprisingly, Nex going towards A.
That's a really nice play from Nexa as well. Expecting maybe Nex would come in through lower, and if he didn't, and he's got to be in mid going towards B. And now the jig is up. Now the moment of realization, the penny dropping as Nex has to rotate back in towards A, and he has no idea where Nexa is. Going in through catwalk. Are they both? Nexa very pushed up here. And actually maybe too pushed up. Nex is going to be ready for it, but Nexa going back into the angle right for the CT side. And Nexa picking up another round for G2 as they break the money a big once again.
Fast mid play, and that's all thanks to Kenny having this AWP. Nex is going to try and peek into it, and the flash is so good. He's able to get out of dodge. Oh, there's the trade from Jax. Here's Xantares looking to re-extend that man advantage, but he is not ready for Nexa in top middle. Smooya now onto the chopping block, and he gets his face removed in the blink of an eye. It's only tabseN left, and he's had heroics down here in mid before, but Kenny is not going to let him have it again. Another round for G2. Well,
here it is.
Yeah, the train's pulling into the station. Whoop, whoop, but Tizian's derailed it. The train's gone off the tracks, and it's all gone wrong. Oh, no, the attempted B play has faltered. Creeping in through middle will at least get rid of Nex, and there's two players, well, now just one, wrapping in through the lower tunnels. Hunter, is he ready for it?
Okay, this could be sick, because they have no idea. I don't know if Smooya just heard him, but now he's considering the top of mid. Yeah, there's info. They heard him run away, because now Big doubling back to long, tucking in on the car. Xantares holding this angle, but the Creed is not good enough, apparently. They'll have money moving forward, which is, you know, a luxury for Big, who have not had really any cash throughout this half. Great hold from Tizian as well. First time we've seen him really tested towards 30 seconds. They can't afford to leave it too late. And Xantares might just make this one a little bit too late as he finds a kill. Kenny can't get him out of position. The Molotov pushes him into the open, but he's won a second fight. That might just be the round. 15 seconds. They've got to get this bomb up towards A, and Kenny needs the frag. It does land. Hunter's got a double entry on A. In the meantime, out of nowhere, 10 seconds for this cross to come through, but Nex will not let them pass. Kenny just gets by in time with this. Oh, he's got it. He's got time.
He's got the bomb down. Surely, though, surely this isn't a clutch that is doable for Kenny. The master of timings now's got to be even more. The bomb planted for him, and he gets to Gandalf. He's hidden away. Up through the ramp. Nex has been dropped. Kenny in with the peek. Doesn't find it the second time around. And Tizian does drop him.
Kenny had the read. He thought Tizian was tucked in left side of Goose, but he was able to go back towards the site. Also, what happened with Hunter? He gets 2 kills coming up catwalk at such an important time. No bomb plant ever going to happen if Hunter doesn't get a double there. So really good work from him.
And obviously they try and change the pace after they went for that B play. So you understand the decision, but it's one that doesn't work out for G2. Smooya gets boosted over that smoke. And Kenny, as fast as he is, he was not ready for that.
Yeah, Smooya is hanging around as well to watch for a top mid play, but this AWP that's been picked up by Nexa will not find him just yet. Ugh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nex is waiting. Molly in middle, but not going to be a worry. That will, if anything, keep Smooya out of taking another fight. Dodges the flashbang. But this bomb is still in spawn as G2 take catwalk into Smooya. Oh, yeah, he's going back for it, and he will come to regret that play as Nexa. Patience is a virtue, and it rewards him with a kill.
Amanek and Hunter ready to go for this catwalk push. Hunter is so good at this position. He does get separated from his buddy. A Molotov goes in, and that delays this. However, tabseN wasn't peeking after that Molotov went in. So I think Amanek being so deep up on the catwalk, tucked into Gandalf, is unknown. You can see tabseN was like looking that way, considering it as a possibility. But he hasn't seen anything. And so for tabseN, as he tries to make contact with these players leaving, that is when Amanek can just swing and secure this kill for G2. Having him here is so, so valuable. Luckily enough for tabseN, he's dodged death for the time being. And the longer this push takes, the less... I was going to say, oh my goodness, Amanek and Jax, they've done it all. Oh dear, all the kills come through for G2, and it's only Tizian left, round 15, so he's got to go for it. It's the last of the half, but it's not really him going for it, it's more G2 going for him, and Amanek's going to finish this one off with the hat-trick, 3 kills there, monumental stuff. So, T-side pistol really has to go Big's way, and already, my word, Kenny. I don't know, man. He got 4 kills with this USP back on Inferno on the CT pistol. Let's see if he can do it again. He's already opened up with 1, and this is going to be the A play from Big. So if there ever was a time for the USP god to return, it's now. Kenny, 2 kills, going to try and duck out
How is he alive?
He absorbs those shots like he's made of sponges. Hunter's shut down next with a nade. Smooya tapping away, not quite able to find the players back in CT, and now that's that bomb dropped out in the open. Disaster has struck Big. And everyone from G2 now just hides. They tuck under those blankets tight. Not offering themselves up to the monster that is Smooya, but Hunter will take that peek. However, there's Amanek arriving from long on that flank. Smooya, too many positions to worry about there in the 1v3.
On long, and that's crucial. He gets rid of that long cross smoke. There's no way for Big to get that bomb up on top of the site, and Smooya, he has to go back and get it at that point in a clutch. It's going to be a pistol round for G2 at it.
He's got to hit this first shot cleanly.
Oh, he might get peek closer. Double peek. He gets away with 1, but there's an immediate trade from Hunter, who is getting rushed. Molly in front of him. Molotov does do a bit of damage, and the UMP finding another kill. Jax, in the meantime, has found a frag up top mid, killing someone in T-spawn, and so the retake potential is opened up now for G2. They have kits, and they have the advantage, but 2 HP on Jax makes things a little complicated as he begins to wrap the tunnels.
Yeah, I like it, though. I like that they send him through tunnels. It's not the best position. I feel like it's one that it's pretty hard to get a kill from on the entry, but it at least lets G2 know that this side of the map is clear. So even though it's a tunnels plant, there's no one in this position, and the flashbang is perfect. Jax getting that kill now leaves it all in the hands of Tizian, and he's not going to win any awards for that one. G2 14-4. Booyah getting the opener. Hunter getting rushed.
How does he get away with another kill? That's what I don't get.
I mean, that one alone is already a bit out there. And then, yeah, the fact that he's able to cement a second
car, and so they never actually had to peek the corner. kennyS, though, back on the CT side in his favored position, and we know he loves laying down the pain. 2 kills already connecting. He's going to get dropped on by CT, though. Tizian has pushed up. G2 have conceded the A side, but that's fine. 4 on 3. Bomb plant in, and now the re-aggression down on long. Jax has got a nade out. This could be good timing, and Tizian gets them both. They line up for him. Now the retake potential stripped from G2, but Hunter's going to try and make it happen anyway. 1 more frag as Next keeps the advantage here for Big. Amanek left in a clutch with no kit and limited time. He's got to move up fast, and Tizian's got back behind the car. That's not information that Amanek has. He's found a kit on the ground at least, but time is still not in his favor, and the kill is not being presented. Tizian's going to find his 4th and even save the AWP at the end. Fantastic round from Tizian. He's been having a bit of a rough one here on Dust 2, but that's the only way you get through a game like this, right? But yeah, like you said, it can just be 1 or 2 little things that change everything. Hunter going to go through with a flashbang, but Nex is ready for it. Great shot. Smooya even finding another one through the smoke as G2 try and get aggressive, really just pushing the boundaries, testing them from Big and seeing what they can get away with here. 14-5. It's very little, though. They get shut down on all ends, so...
Very dynamic angles. How smooth can you... I imagine it's Rush. How smooth can you make it look?
This ain't smooth.
With just your mouse and keyboard in the... Oh, hang on a minute. We'll go back to him. For now, we need this panning shot of Big to build suspense.
Harry, don't break the 4th wall.
luck play. It might just be the all-in B commitment. Nexa, MP9 and a Dream. Can he get much done? Tizian, head on a swivel. Kenny in with 2. And oh dear, 2 versus 2 now as Big get into this B bomb site. That bomb's been retrieved. Xantares is going to try and plug in the numbers. Smooya is all the way back in tunnels. Xantares gets pushed. The bomb's now dropped. And now Smooya left to try and clutch. Does deal with the first man, but he doesn't know where Jax is. Jax from the window takes a little peek in. And how much is that Jax in the window? Let's see. Smooya looking for him. Waiting. Ever so patient. He's hidden. He's back in. Jax up in the window again, but Smooya now knows. He smoked off the door, so he's already read into this one, anticipating that this is where Jax resides. A horrid spot to be in for Smooya, because the second he taps that bomb, he's under the risk of getting peeked, and Jax is playing this masterfully as well. Critically, the longer that this takes, the longer Smooya wastes now. Well, it's more Jax wasting the time. Oh my word, he gets the bomb planted. And Jax peeks in, but he'll get the kill with the CZ try as Smooya might. Map and series point for G2. They go into that round with a couple of pistols, a saved MP9 and a saved M4, and they get the round on the back of it. They don't need the full buy. The famed French force is back in and in full effect.
Kenny Sprayman with that A1S. What a great job from him. And also the flat. Big one, Hail Mary their way back into the B-bomb site, and there is a Molotov in their way, but they're just going to smoke it off and run the gauntlet into death. Hunter with the spray on the AUG and the pistols out for the ace. He's looking for 5. The reload coming through. Smooya getting 1, and it's back to the USP to close the series. Ace from Hunter, 16 rounds for G2, and a slaughter on that B-bomb site to close it out.
What a man, a take a bow, Hunter. What a game. He lives up to the hype, and he aces it to end it. What a way for G2 to take this victory. It's a fast 2-0 series to open up.